Nutrition basics. During this presentation, we'll be looking at the 6 essential nutrients. We'll look at some diets. We'll look at food allergies, sensitivities, and intolerances. And then, take into consideration immune boosters. At any time, you can pause to read the slides. I know there's a lot on them, but it's, basic information. The 6 essential nutrients. We have protein, carbohydrates, and fats. These 3 have calories. We have water, vitamins, and minerals. Those 3 have no calories. They're all very important for overall health. Okay, protein. Protein is needed to maintain and repair muscles, bones, blood, and organs. Protein is interesting because it can do its job, but also the jobs of carbohydrates and fats if those are not available. And carbohydrates and fats cannot do the job of protein. Protein is made up of amino acids, which are the building blocks. They're essential amino acids which cannot be made by the body. They have to come from food. Non-essential are made up in the body. A complete protein has all the essential amino acids, and usually you get that from animal-based foods like eggs, dairy, fish, meat, and meat are complete proteins. And then incomplete proteins are usually found in plant foods, so you can combine them, like rice and beans would give you a complete protein. The exception is quinoa and soy are the only plant-based foods that are complete proteins. Protein, how much do you take? It depends. Dietary reference says 0.36 grams of protein per pound or 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. So for an average, sedentary male, it's 56 grams. For average sedentary females, 46 grams. But athletic population may have between 1 to 2 grams per pound of body weight without adverse effects. Also, people in a weight loss program focusing on a higher protein in their diet have had great success. Carbohydrates, mainly sugars and starches that the body breaks down into glucose, a simple sugar that the body can use to feed its cells. And it's our main source of energy. So there's 5 classifications, as you can see here. But to make things simpler, let's focus on the 3 types: simple, complex, and fiber. Okay, simple is sugars. So regular table sugar, honey, fruit juice, and soda gets in your system really quickly. Starches, they're complex carbohydrates. They're strung together by a bunch of simple sugars. They pack more nutrients than simple carbs. They're higher in fiber and digest more slowly. So fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and beans. Fiber we need for digestion. It doesn't break down, but it helps regulate sugar and hunger. In terms of how much do we need, Dietary Guidelines for Americans recommends 45 to 65% of your total daily calories as carbohydrates. So if you're taking a 2,000 calorie a day diet, between 900 and 1,300 calories should be from carbohydrates. That translates to between 225 and 325 grams of carbohydrates a day. But think about it, depends on how many calories you're eating a day, so what's your body size. Fiber, we need 20 to 30 grams per day. Okay, fat gets a lot of bad rap, but fat is a necessity. Your body makes its own fat from taking in excess calories. Some fats are found in the foods you eat. These are called dietary fats. Dietary fat is a macronutrient that provides energy for your body. Fat is essential to your health because it supports a number of your body's functions. Provides energy, insulates the body, protects organs, and is a key transport and absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. There's three major types: saturated fats, unsaturated fats, which come down to monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, and then trans fats. How much you need based on a 2,000 calorie diet is between 140 to 200 calories, or 16 to 22 grams a day. So you want about 25 to 30% of your daily calories. Saturated fats are solid at room temperature, found in animal products, so meat, butter, cheeses, milk, but also found in coconut oil and palm oil. Unsaturated fats are liquid at room temperature, and there's two types: monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. Okay, monounsaturated are found in olive oil, nuts, seeds, and beef, cheddar cheese, and butter. Polyunsaturated are your omega-3 and 6, and that's found in fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, herring, sardines, etc., and then in sunflower, corn, soybean, and flaxseed oils. Trans fats are undesirable. They're semi-solid at room temperature. There's been, documentation lowers good cholesterol, increases the bad, and increases risk of heart attack. Okay, vitamins. Group of organic compounds which are essential for normal growth and nutrition and are required in small quantities in the diet because they cannot be synthesized by the body. There's 13 essential vitamins, and they're broken down between fat-soluble, which are absorbed along with fats in the diet and are stored in the body's fatty tissue and in the liver. They are found in plant and animal foods and in dietary supplements. Those vitamins are A, D, E, and K. Then we have water-soluble vitamins, which dissolve in water. So any excess water-soluble vitamins will be flushed out through sweat, urine, and bowel movements. And that's vitamin B and vitamin C. Okay, water-soluble vitamins. B vitamins play a vital role in maintaining good health and well-being. As the building blocks of a healthy body, B vitamins have a direct impact on your energy levels, brain function, and cell metabolism. Vitamin B complex helps prevent infections and helps support or promote cell health. There's thiamine, which is B1, riboflavin, which is B2, niacin, B3, pantothenic acid, B5, pyridoxine, B6, biotin, B7, and then folate or folic acid, B9, and then cyanocobalamin, B12. Vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, has several important functions. These include helping to protect cells and keeping them healthy, maintaining healthy skin, blood vessels, bones, and cartilage. Okay, the fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin A helps form and maintain healthy teeth, skeletal and soft tissue, mucous membranes, and skin. It's also known as retinol because it produces the pigments in the retina of the eye. Vitamin A promotes good eyesight, especially in low light. Vitamin D, major function is to maintain normal blood levels of calcium and phosphorus. It aids in the absorption of calcium, helping to form and maintain strong bones and teeth. It's also a precursor for many hormones. Vitamin E is a nutrient that acts as an antioxidant, helping to protect cells from the damage caused by free radicals. And then vitamin K functions as a coenzyme, and it's an enzyme for the synthesis of proteins involved in hemostasis, blood clotting, and bone metabolism. Okay, minerals are those elements in the earth and in foods that our bodies need to develop and function normally. The body needs many minerals, and they're called essential minerals. And essentials are sometimes divided between major and trace. Major minerals are designed to maintain the proper balance of water in the body. Sodium, chloride, and potassium take the lead in doing this. And then calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium are important, as well as sulfur in healthy bones. Then you have trace minerals, which are small amounts. Iron, zinc, iodine, selenium, copper, manganese, fluoride, chromium, molybdenum, and as well as even less amounts of nickel, silicon, vanadium, and cobalt. Jobs range from strengthening the immune system, balancing sugar levels, healing, regulating thyroid, and energy metabolism. Okay, water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and nearly colorless chemical substance which is the main constituent of Earth's hydrosphere and the fluids of all known living organisms. They act as a solvent. Water carries nutrients to all cells in our body and oxygen to our brain. It allows the body to absorb and assimilate minerals, vitamins, amino acids, glucose, and other substances. Water flushes out toxins and waste. Water helps to regulate body temperature. It also acts as a shock absorber in the joints. You can live without food for several weeks, but without water for about 3 days. Somewhere, someone said that we need 8-ounce glasses of water per day, which is 64 ounces. That's a start. It does not take into account body weight or activity levels. Better rule is body weight times 0.6 if you're sedentary, and body weight times 0.7 for active, and that would be how many ounces you would consume. Diets, the kinds of food that a person, animal, or community habitually eats. This is confusing. What do you or should you eat? So you have the caveman, paleo, you have high protein, you have the Atkins Mediterranean, vegetarian, which has different grades, lacto-ovo, and vegan, plant-based diets, Weight Watchers. So many diets, and this is only a partial list, and each year the list grows. So what's a person to do? In regard to diets, why do we eat what we eat? One thing is taste. If it tastes good, we tend to go with it. Convenience, availability, and cost. If you only have $1, you're going to get what you can get for $1 if you're hungry. But is it available? Is it convenient to get? Culture. And culture comes down. What have we learned in our family? And is it what we've always done in your family? Some people eat for performance. Some people eat for health reasons, food allergies or sensitivities. And then when you get to vegetarians, it's moral reasons. And some people do special diets from time to time, and a lot of other reasons, unique to each person. Vegetarian diets. Why? Moral reasons, animal rights. Could be religion, health reasons, environmental concerns. When people think about a vegetarian diet, they typically think about a diet that doesn't include meat, poultry, or fish. Usually, those diets are made up of fruits, vegetables, grains, seeds, and nuts. But with the 4 different types, that can go even further. A lacto-vegetarian allows for dairy products such as milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter. Ovo-vegetarian allows for eggs. Lacto-ovo is one that's a little bit more flexible. It allows for dairy products and eggs. And then you go the strict extreme is vegan, which excludes all meat and dairy products and only contains fruits, vegetables, grains, seeds, and nuts. Vegetarian pros and cons. The pros: reduced risk of disease, may boost longevity, may increase food variety, improved weight control, environmental impact, ethical treatment of animals. There's a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, cardiometabolic risk factors, and some cancers. There's also evidence that a vegetarian diet may help you to avoid conditions such as gallstones and kidney stones. Cons: possible nutrient deficiencies, fewer food choices, Reduce satisfaction when you eat. Less convenient, not always healthy. And then exposures to chemicals unless you're going organic. Nutrients that may be lacking in a vegetarian diet include iron, vitamin B12, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, and zinc. It takes more thought to program a vegetarian-based diet to get complete proteins. The Mediterranean diet, these are the basics, but this has been ranked as like one of the top diets. You focus on eating vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, potatoes, whole grains, breads, herbs, spices, fish, seafood, and extra virgin olive oil. Moderately, you have poultry, eggs, cheese, and yogurt. And then eat rarely, once in a while, red meat. Water should be your go-to beverage, but coffee and tea are also completely acceptable, but you should avoid sugar-sweetened beverages and fruit juices. Diet also includes moderate amounts of red wine, about 1 glass per day. However, this is completely optional and wine should be avoided by anyone with alcoholism or problems controlling their consumption, or if you're not of age. Don't eat sugar-sweetened beverages, added sugars, processed meat, refined grains, refined oils, and other highly processed foods. Okay, plant-based diet. The focus is on foods primarily from plants. This includes not only fruits and vegetables, but also nuts, seeds, oils, whole grains, legumes, and beans. It sounds vegetarian, but it doesn't mean you can't have meat. And a lot of times people will have meat, just a lesser amount. So choose poultry, fish, meat in limited amounts. So as an alternative to the vegetarian diet, this looks pretty good. Okay, the plant-based diet focuses primarily from plants, but it's very similar to the Mediterranean diet and even vegetarianism. But it doesn't mean you're a vegetarian and never eat meat or dairy. In the chart for plant-based, you can have fish, poultry, beans, and even red meat in just small amounts. The paleo or caveman diet. The focus is on meat, poultry, fish, eggs, vegetables, and fruit. The question you ask yourself, would a caveman eat this? A bagel or donut? No. A piece of steak or chicken? Yes. A candy bar? No. A piece of fruit or salad greens? Yes. There's a saying, if it doesn't swim, run, or fly, or isn't green and grow in the ground, don't eat it. And that's kind of the basis of it. And some people prefer it and have seen really good results with maintaining weight. Okay, food allergies. Your immune system is your body's defense against invaders like bacteria, fungus, or common cold virus. You have a food allergy when your immune system identifies a protein in what you eat as an invader and reacts by producing antibodies to fight it. Some symptoms of food allergy include skin reactions like hives, swelling, and itching, anaphylaxis, including difficulty breathing, wheezing, dizziness, and death. Get out the EpiPen. And then just digestive symptoms. 8 foods account for 90% of the allergic reactions: milk, eggs, fish, shellfish, peanuts, tree nuts, wheat, and soybeans. Food sensitivities. The symptoms are not life-threatening, but they can be quite disruptive. They include joint pain, stomach pain, fatigue, rashes, congestion, and brain fog. Gluten is probably the best known trigger of food sensitivities. For others, it could be eggs, nuts, or dairy, but it's all individualized. Treatment would be eliminating the culprit food for 8 to 10 weeks and slowly bringing it back into your diet and see if you get any symptoms. And then once you don't get symptoms, just eat it less, a couple times a week. Food intolerances, and probably the most common one is lactose intolerance, and it's usually lack of the enzyme you need to break it down. And symptoms include nausea, stomach pain, gas, cramps, and bloating, diarrhea, headaches. Lactose intolerance can be dealt with by avoiding dairy or taking over-the-counter lactase enzyme supplement. Immune system boosters. The immune system has a vital role. It protects your body from harmful substances that make you ill. It is made up of various organs, cells, and proteins. Along with eating whole plant foods, which are rich in antioxidants, you want to have fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt, kefir, which have probiotics. Eat more healthy fats like such as olive oil and salmon. It helps boost your immune response and decrease inflammation. You want to limit sugars, which raise the risk of obesity, diabetes, inflammation. You also want to manage your stress, so include meditation, exercise, journaling, etc. Stay hydrated. Engage in moderate exercise, about 150 minutes per week. That could be going and taking a walk. Getting quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours per night, and then taking certain supplements. Immune boosting supplements. Some studies indicate that the following supplements may strengthen your body's general immune response. Vitamin C, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C per day have reduced the duration of colds. Vitamin D, and specifically a deficiency in it, increases your chances of getting sick. Zinc, 75 milligrams per day, has found to reduce the duration of cold by 33%. Elderberry works on viral upper respiratory infections. Echinacea has found to reduce, colds slightly, and then garlic has been found to work on colds and also the flu. Supplements are interesting because some people believe in them, and I think that might be part of the effect. If you believe in something, it's going to work. The bottom line, in terms of diets, look at what fits your lifestyle. Eating meat's easier to get most nutrients, so possibly eating like a vegetarian, fruits and vegetables, but add some meat, and you got something that looks like the Mediterranean diet or the plant-based diet. If that works for you, awesome. Eat a balanced diet rich in the essential nutrients. Have variety in your diet. Do not eat the same thing every day. Helps get more diversity in nutrients. Moderation means not eating to the extremes, neither too much nor too little. And plan to break the rules 10% of the time. Don't beat yourself up when you're not perfect. 90% of the time allows for that cheat meal. Eat that food that you enjoy that's not on your list, because it tends to make things a lot smoother and enjoyable.